So yes, the Blood Shinobi here with What If Naruto was a prodigy like Itachi Part 19. So for the recap, well, easy. Naruto and Sasuke versed Konohana in that verse, Mwagi and Shikadu versed their opponents, Shikadu versus Udon and Mwagi versus Nabi, Pakra also versus Kurituchi, and Naruto was put on a new team with Kurituchi, no, Pakra and Sai. So yeah, that's it. Now here's the recap. Now intro me.
To ashes, when do we burn away? Used to be oh so close, now I see you. Just turn around and leave me. That you can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain.
Naruto, Sai, and Pakra walked through the gates of Konoha. Arrived from their fourth mission being a team, another A rank. The first one was B, and the other two were A ranks. Why? Because they're just meant to be the best of the best, really, of Genin. So that is what they are. Naruto has made sure that there's no way they'd lose to anyone, and he means no one. He's tried to make sure they weren't weak, but my god, Naruto was just smiling at what his team's accomplished. Why already been together just so little time. They're stronger than any normal Genin by far. Definitely at least tuning. Naruto chuckled to himself. He remembered what his clones gave him last night. He was going to become a Genin. Tuning. Well, he's at least allowed in the tuning exams. What has he got? Well, he remembers the clone's memories. Last night, flashback to the memories Naruto got from his clone. They were standing there. It was time for them to pick. Naruto doesn't have a sensei, so basically he's left with Hiruzen or one of his clones to step in. So that's what happened. Naruto's clone was in there, standing in for Naruto, because Naruto had to be there every way. But Naruto just chuckled to himself as his clone just put his hand up when Hiruzen asked for who would become tuning or at least try and take the exams. Everyone knew that Naruto was going to try and take it himself, and Hiruzen just nodded. Arika, on the other hand, was still not happy about all the other rookies that were joining. He didn't really care about Naruto's team. He had seen what they did to Sasuke, and that's what he means. Sasuke Uchiha had lost desperately to Naruto, and it was a humiliation defeat, one that no one would want, not even on their worst enemy. Naruto just beat the living shit out of Sasuke, and it was, well, anyone else would have said it was funny, but Ariko just thought it would be smart to not pick sides on who won. Yes, he had his other class fighting as well, which made it even more. You can't pick favorites, never, because it only just seemed unfair when grading as well. And Naruto knew this, most undoubtedly from Mizuki and Naruto. Naruto was a fearsome warrior, he'd seen this, a fearsome ninja. He would no doubtly become Chunin in his first shot, no doubt. Well, hopefully at least. Because now they've had to change it up. It was going to be a rather horrible and undoubtedly uncunning tuning exams. They've had to do it so they can show off power, but at the same time, no one else here has Naruto's strength and speed. I mean, no one else would be able to go up, make a signing and run away. Or at least get them, not at Genin level at least. Yeah, everyone can take out a signing every now and again. Well, try to, but then there's Naruto. He just, well, fought, what's his name? just because he had damn beat up his sensei. He beat up Shisui and killed Shisui. This made Naruto even more mad. He was not losing another teacher. He had lost Shisui to Orochimaru, so he made sure that no matter what happens, he's killing Orochimaru next time he sees him. He's got it stuck in his mind on revenge, but mainly to let Shisui die in glory, not in vain or in pain. He's not like that. Shisui was a man that Naruto could respect. Any shinobi really could respect him, and if you couldn't, you're no doubtedly a piece of shit in Naruto's mind. Because Shisui was a Uchiha that everyone respected, along with Itachi. They had saved them from the coup d'etat, and now they see where they were wrong when it came to the coup d'etat. They're going to lose either way. Definitely with Naruto, Shisui, Kashi, and Root, if they were still around. But that didn't stop them, no. It would have made them go ahead. But then, when it happened, they had stopped. Naruto chuckled to himself when he had heard Itachi complain to some Uchihas about not respecting the past and they should get over the coup d'etat. He easily decapitated them. It was funny for him to watch. He watched their heads fall to the ground. It was funny. That's all Naruto could say to himself. It was funny. Naruto then walked through the gate and walked up to Hiruzen. "Hey Hiruzen, what's up?" said Naruto. Hiruzen just looked at him. "Yes, Naruto, where's Gigi and all Hokage bullcrap?" said Hiruzen. Naruto just chuckled to himself. "Oh, well, no, I'm going to participate in the Chunin exams, so, it'd be nice. So, can you maybe give me the report?" "Oh, you mean when you... Oh, yeah, I gotta give you the report, don't I?" chuckled Naruto. Hiruzen had enough. Every time Naruto gave him this, he would do it. He had enough. Naruto had always asked him if he wanted to give him the report, as if he was a Hokage. But really, he just said it to get Hiruzen to say he needed the report. "Naruto, there's no more of this bullshit. You know you have to give me the report," said Hiruzen. Naruto just nodded. "Our suspicions are right. Orochimaru is the leader of Oto, and they plan for attack Konoha during the Chunin exams with someone else. Someone that even I don't know. I know the sand will help them, but then there's also Naruto just took a deep breath. He planned to have Iwa, but Ira didn't want to help. Well, a soldier, a ninja had told him no about Iowa, because of the peace treaty with them, so he stopped. He went to Kumo, but they disengaged. They don't want to start another world war, a shinobi war at least. And then he went to Kiri, but Kiri, on the other hand, is still in their own civil war, so that wasn't happening, not anytime soon, said Naruto. Then this made him smile, but Naruto didn't stop. But he's learnt the Edo Tensei, and he's planning to revive Minato no Mikaze and all the previous Hokages to attack. And he's hoping that I was there as well in Kumai, just so he can make them pay for not joining him. They wouldn't be on the side of the stick we are. And also, his plans also showed that he's killed Raza, and he plans to have his Sound Force set up a barrier, so it'll be Pip, and they're going to try and destroy Konoha by taking out all the points and destroying the Wheel of Fire, and all these other stuff, said Naruto. Hiruzen just nodded. "So I guess I'll need barriers put up around every main point, hospitals, the academy, and all this other stuff, And that said Horizon. Naruto just nodded at this. And then you've also got to make sure there is a barrier around. Naruto didn't speak. Around what? Asked Horizon. Around the exam area, just so no one could get out. Except, then Naruto nodded. Wait, that's not gonna work. We need to be able to help our forces, don't we? Said Naruto. Horizon just shook his head. You don't think some things through, do you? Asked Horizon. Naruto just nodded at this. Yeah, righto. Now, that's the mission report, said Naruto. Horizon just nodded. You can go now, Naruto, but please, if you need help, there's also Jiraiya about your family and all this other stuff you could try and work on, said Naruto. Said Horizon, I mean. Naruto just nodded at this. I know, but I'm good. I've got other things to do anyways, said Naruto. Jiraiya was coming soon anyways, thought Horizon. He needs to catch up with some past times with Naruto. But then he realised something. Naruto doesn't really seem fazed without having Jiraiya here. He's made a good time without anyone else. But then then he thought of something. He's got a girlfriend. He's got some other things too. He would definitely make a worthy ninja of Konoha eventually, said Horizon. Naruto, being Naruto, walked out and went to go to his home. When he walked in, he saw Hanabi, Shikadu, and Konohamaru. They were fighting over something stupid. They were fighting over who gets the last biscuit in Naruto's cookie jar. Naruto sent a kunai through it, and it split it in three. Just take it. You do know there's other ways to have the last cookie. It's more the last bite, said Naruto. They all sat there in a standoff. Then Shikadu was bored. What a drag. I'm kinda hungry. And you've got other food. So he just ate it and then went on his way. Konohamaru and Hanabi stayed in a standoff. They were not letting the other get the last bite. But then Konohamaru's stomach grumbled and he just took the last bite. Whatever, you win, said Konohamaru. That's what I thought, said Hanabi. Hanabi took the bite. But she was unsuspected of this. As soon as she went to go take a bite, it was taken off of her by none other than Konohamaru. He had put his hands in the biscuit and started to eat it. He was eating the biscuit by himself. He had ripped it out of her and started to eat it. Like as Naruto did say, that the person who gets the last bite is the best and eats the last cookie. And Konohamaru ate all of the cookie to himself and chuckled. Hanabi was pissed. She activated her Bakugan and slammed Konohamaru through Naruto's window. You know that means I have to. Damn, stupid, arrogant brat. I have to fix our window, said Naruto. That's what Naruto's clones were for, thought Pakura. Naruto just got his clones to fix the window. After an hour, Naruto was sitting there with Pakura. They were talking again and again about other stupid things. Naruto didn't know what they were talking about. Well, Konohamaru didn't know. And then Pakura blushed. So wait, we're going to? Asked Pakura, and Naruto just nodded. Yeah, we're gonna go do the tuning exams. It's tomorrow. We gotta meet at the academy, and then some other things, said Naruto. Pakura was happy. Yes. She started jumping up and down and gave Naruto a big kiss on the lips. He was holding her tightly and embraced her, regaining and holding the kiss even longer. Then there was Konohamaru, and he was not happy. He wanted a kiss, but he didn't have a girl he'd like, so he walked right over to Hanabi. Naruto saw what he had done. Oh, brat. Don't get cocky, thought Naruto. Pakura turned to see what Naruto was looking at, and saw Konohamaru grab a hold of Hanabi's hand. and he gave her a kiss. She blushed and turned around with her Bakugan activated and smashed her palm into his chest. "You awful doofus," said Hanabi. But then she gave him another kiss, and they both blushed. Naruto just turned to Konohamaru. "You're kinda sly, but don't be. But that means you can only have Hanabi as your girlfriend now. You can't go after Miyagi or anyone else. So if I was you, I'd take your time and respect her," said Naruto. And then Hanabi chuckled to this. "Yeah, that means I'm your girlfriend now," said Hanabi. Konohamaru was chuckling to this. "Good. It was either you or Milwaukee, and I don't want that traitorous, annoying girl as my teammate or lover," said Naruto. Well, that's what Naruto thought Konohamaru would say, but he didn't. "Konohamaru?" "Yes?" asked Naruto. "Yes," asked Naruto. "So what are you going to say about that? Are you going to be Hanabi's girlfriend, boyfriend, or not?" asked Naruto. Don't push him," said Pakura. Naruto just chuckled at this. "Well, they've got to go anyways. We've got to get some sleep for the training exams tomorrow," said Naruto. "No, we're not," said Konohamaru. "Why not?" asked Naruto. "Well, for what? Because I don't want you to just set me and Shikadu aside. We've got to train with you for a little bit," said Konohamaru. Naruto knew this was coming. They want to test their strength. So he agreed. "Come on then, let's go. Nabi, you and Pakura can do whatever you want. We'll meet you back here in about an hour after a little spar." 10 minutes later, Naruto, Konohamaru, and Shikadu were standing together. They were about to start their spar. "Over with Pakura and Tanabe." "So do you like Konohamaru?" asked Pakura. Tanabe just shook her head, nodded it. "Yes, of course I do. Have you seen the way he acts and how nice he is? Come on, why wouldn't I like him?" said Tanabe. "Ah, so that's why you returned the kiss. So you really do like the little runt, don't you?" asked Pakura. Hanabi just nodded and nodded her head. "Of course I do. It's him. Why wouldn't I like him?" thought Hanabi. "Oh, whatever," said Pakura. "If I was you, I might have liked him, but I'm not the same as your age, and I like men that have, well, skills, and aren't as annoying as Konohamaru," chuckled Pakura. Nabi just nodded at this. She knew how Pakura was. So her and Pakura just continued on their way towards the shop. Hanabi had asked her to buy her some dresses so she can ask out a boy. Now she knew exactly who it was. It was Konohamaru. Naruto was standing there. He was next to Naruto, and Shikadu. They'd been training for the last half an hour, and Shikadu and Konohamaru were both on their knees, kneeling down. They had a cut on their cheek, well, Konohamaru did, and Shikadu had one across his chest. He had really messed up. He thought they could take on Naruto without getting hurt. They thought their teamwork was so great they could take on Naruto, but then, of course, they can't. It's Naruto of all people. Why do they think they're so almighty and great? Then they realized they kind of were getting arrogant, like Inari. And Naruto turned to see Sasuke, Inari, Udon, and Milwaukee watching them train and fight. "My brats can stand up to me," said Sasuke. Naruto just chuckled to this. "Of course they can." "I want your brats to verse me then," said Naruto. Naruto had been going hard as possible, and his threats more Sharingan activated against his brats. So of course he's gonna fight the same way for both of them. There's no way in hell he wouldn't. They only get whatever he gives. If he does that with his brats, of course he's gonna do it to someone else's brats. He can't just give them extra credit and not do it to his brats. They mean more to him. So if he is going a little bit stronger than he should be, getting strength to his brats, then why wouldn't he for someone else's brats? Naruto just chuckled at Sasuke. If you really want them to die, be my guest. Because compared to us, there's a difference between me actually wanting to fight and me actually being bored. And was training mine, so I don't care if I have to or not. But yours, I'm bored, so I'm not gonna go as hard on them. Why? Because they're not mine. And why? Because I'm bored. So the quicker I get this done with, the easier, right? But no, I want to see if they can put up a fight with bored me, said Naruto. Shikadu and Konohana can put up a fight. They can last an hour fighting aboard Naruto without getting tired, mainly because he just steps away from them and, well, regains his posture after a little while. They chuckled at this. Konohana and Shikadu just chuckled. They moved to the side. They don't know how long these guys will last, but if it's an indication, they might not last long. If they know what's good for them, they would quit. But Naruto doesn't think they will. He'll think they'll just be annoying. Well, that's what Konohana and Shikadu think, at least. Then there's Naruto. He just started he chucked his damn fucking tentos. He's not tentos, he's Nigentos to the side. He was just going to use his fist for this one. He's not losing just because he's not just doing this just because he's got fun things to do. He's going to do this because he feels like it's the best thing right now. But then he noticed something. Naruto turned to Sasuke. He was grinning. Oh, if you're taking on my brats, I'm here to help too, chuckled him. Whatever, said Naruto. Naruto and Sasuke started going one-on-one. While Naruto was being attacked by them on the side. They were thinking they could beat him, but at the same time they couldn't. Naruto was chuckling to this. He was holding off all three of them at once. Why? Because they're not really a challenge. He was bored right now. So that's what's happening, chuckled Naruto to himself. We will still beat you any day if I wasn't so weak from my last mission, said Sasuke. That's what he was thinking to himself. He should say that's Naruto saying he's weak, and then he can get away with getting bashed. After 20 minutes, Naruto had them all on the ground. He had been gone for about an hour and a half now. Because 20 minutes with his, and then training for a little bit and all this other stuff, and then them. You guys are really boring, said Naruto. Konohana smirked at this. He called you boring, even we're not boring, chuckled Konohana. And then Inari walked over and punched Konohana in the face. But Konohana just turned to the side and put his fist straight through Inari's side, making him bleed a little bit. Naruto just watched this in amazement, but then he threw kunai between the two of them. You start fighting here for real, and I'll put this kunai through both of your throats, said Naruto. Naruto led Konohana and Shikadu back home. Once they got there, they say that Hanabi wasn't there. Where's Hanabi? Asked Naruto. Pakura just chuckled to herself. She's at home now. I gave her a bunch of dresses. Hopefully her father allows them to keep them. If not, well... And then she chuckled to herself. Well, I've got them here, said Pakura. Naruto just shook his head. So I guess you just paid for them, didn't ask him, and kept them just in case, said Naruto. That's right, said Pakura. Naruto just shook his head. Bye Shikadu, bye Konohana, said Pakura as they two left. Naruto just chucked on the kunai. And that was his thanks he was giving them. He didn't have his time and effort to speak to them right now. He had just gone up against Sasuke, and he was tired. Naruto had 2 clones make him and Parker some ramen while he showered and she sorted out her clothes for tomorrow. Naruto had collapsed in the shower. Parker came in after the ramen was cooked to see what Naruto was doing. She saw the package he was dealing with and just chuckled to herself. She had blood, a bunch of blood. She almost knocked herself out from blood loss and almost sent her to the roof. She then turned the shower off and then slapped Naruto across the face. He woke up. Yes, I'm awake. He then turned to see Parker just in her nightgown like she normally is when they go to sleep. You good? Naruto asked her, and then she just spat in his face. You annoying brat, your dinner's cooked, said, Parker. Naruto just nodded to himself. Oh shit, I fell asleep, said Naruto. Naruto got dried and then got dressed. He then came out to go hang out with them for dinner. Him and her had dinner. The next morning, Naruto was standing in the lounge room in the Genin exam room. He was ready to fight, but he couldn't be bothered right now. He had just passed Genjutsu with him, Sai, and Parker. They had reached the door, so went in, but then Hiruzen appeared in front of them. So I knew yous were all coming to do this, but behave, okay? Don't start any fights, said Hiruzen. Naruto just nodded at this. What, do you expect the worst from me? Gigi, chuckled Naruto. What, he just... Don't be a menace, said Hiruzen. Naruto nodded to this. Me? Annoying and a nuisance? When? Chuckled Naruto. Naruto went into the door and could smell snakes. That's the first thing he could smell. So as you can see, I've set up the tuning exams. So yeah, that's for the next part. But peace out for now. So like this 15 likes for the next part. So yeah, bye.